website. Alright, now let's start creating this page. So first of all, we will create this section by section. So to create a new section, you click on this plus button, this red plus button, click on that. And now we have to select how many columns you want in this section. So in the first section, as you can see, we have two different columns. In the left column, we have this text, this button and everything. In the right column, we have this image. And again, let me remind you, all the images I am giving it for free. So there is a link given in the video description below. Click on that link and you can download all the images, all the pages, all the layouts for absolutely free. Now come back to your website and select this option, two columns. Now we want two different columns over here. Now in the left column, first thing we have is this text. So I'll copy this text, go back to elements, bring this heading thing over here. So simply drag and drop this under left column. Now let's change this text. So let me type in this thing, digital marketing solution for your business. Obviously you can type in anything you want. You can change the alignment from the bottom, left align, right align. So I just want to make it left align. Now let's go to style. Now let's style this text. So first of all, we have to change the text color. So select this option. You can select this preset colors like this black color, gray, dark gray color, this blue color and everything. Now what I want to do is for this text, I want this color, dark blue color. So it looks like black color, but it is between black and blue. So I want this color. So for that you can type in some custom code as well. So for this the code is 2F3A5F. Okay, when you type in this code, now you can see the exact same color over here. Now there is a very important, let me just give you that thing. There is a very important Chrome extension that I always use, that is called Colorzilla. You can see my cursor in the Chrome extension bar, that is the Colorzilla. So if you have that extension, you can simply click on that and whatever color you want to see. For example, if I want to see this color, I can just bring my cursor on that color, just click on that. It will automatically copy the color code for me. Now wherever I want, I can just go there, delete that and paste in the color that I have copied. So that is a very important Chrome extension. If you want to download that, obviously simply open a new tab, type in Colorzilla Chrome extension, and this is obviously free extension. You don't have to pay anything for this. So this is automatically installed. This is already installed on my Chrome browser. If it is not installed on your Chrome browser, simply click on add to Chrome button and add this extension to your Chrome browser. Alright, so let's come back to this page. So now what we have to do, we have to do some changes in the typography. Now let me just start explaining about the designing. So what I'm doing is I'm selecting this color as my primary color and I will be using the exact same color code throughout the website. And this is exactly what you should be doing. For example, if you see this color is same, then again this color is also the same color, this color is also the same color, and my secondary color is this orange color. So this is the secondary color, this is the secondary color, so this is the secondary color. So you have to select a primary and a secondary color, and you have to select and you have to use the same color throughout your website. So that is exactly what we are doing. Now under typography, click on this pencil button and you have to change the style of the font. By default, it is set to Roboto. Now I want to change this thing to Poppins. So I'll click on this font family default, click on that option and search for Poppins. Okay, now as you can see, the font style is now changed. And this is the font that we will be using throughout the website, Poppins. There are many good fonts that you can use. The ones which I like are Poppins, Montserrat, Lato, Roboto, Railway. These are some really amazing fonts that you can use on your website. In this video, we'll be using Poppins. Now let's increase the size. So to increase the size, simply do it like this and let me make it around 47, 48. Now because we have increased the size, you can see we need some space between the lines. The G and L are touching each other. You can see that on your screen. So to increase some gap between the lines, you can use this option line height. So let's do that. Just like this, you can increase it. Let me make it 1.5 EM. Okay, now as you can see, this looks much better. And if you want to make it bolder or lighter, you can use this weight option. If you select 100, now as you can see, the text is lighter. If you select 300, a little bit darker. Now if you select 900, it will be very much bolder. For this, I want to select 600. Okay, and whenever you do some changes on your website, whatever you add or subtract, you can always click on this update button, which is at the bottom, so that the changes are saved. Now let's add the second text. So again, come back over here. Let me just copy this text. Again, go back to your elements, bring this heading just below this thing, type in the text or paste in the text, go to style. For this I want the color 4C 4C 4C, okay, this gray color. And after that we have to change some typography over here. So for this also I'll be using Poppins. So I'll just type in Poppins over here, decrease the size to 18 pixels and make it lighter. So by default it is 500, let's make it 300. Okay, this looks much better. And also let's add some line height of maybe 1.4 or 1.3. Click on update. Then after that at the bottom we have the simple button. So for that we'll use the button element which is over here, bring this at the bottom. Now change the text. So this button, as you can see on this button it is written, or this button says getting started. So we'll change this, click here and we'll type in getting started. And you can also link this button to some page. Now we haven't created any page, so later on we'll link this button to some different page. Now what we have to do is we have to change some styling. So again for that we'll go to style. First of all, typography. So typography is related to this getting started text. So what typography do you want for that text? So for this also we'll be using Poppins. So just type in Poppins, increase the size to 16 and let's make it 500. I think, yeah, by default it is 500, so let's make it like this. Now let's do one more thing. Let's increase the radius. So what is radius? Radius is basically when you increase the radius it will make your corners circular. By default this is how it looks. Now if you want to make your corners rounded, under border radius type in 50. Now as you can see this is how your button looks like. Alright. Now let me do one thing, let me add some padding in the button. So if you just untick this thing, this is how it will look. Zero padding from all sides. Let me add some padding over here. So what I want to do is first click on this button. I want to add padding of 15 top and bottom and 25 at left and right. So top 15, right 25, bottom 15, left 25. And this is how your button would look like. Now let's change the text color of the button. So text color will be white and background color will not be this green color. We want this orange color. So you can use this color picker, Colorzilla. Click on that, bring your cursor to that button, click on that. This color code is copied, FF, let me see what that color code is. Paste it over here. This is FF6334. Okay, so this is how your button will look like. Now again you can click on update. Now let's add that image in the second column. So again come back to elements. Use the image element which is over here, bring it in the column, right column. Change this image. Now let me upload that image. Again let me remind you there is a link given in the video description below. When you click on that link you will download all the images for free. Basically you will download a zip file, and when you unzip that file you will get these 2-3 files, these 2-3 folders. Media folder, in that you will see all the different images. Pages folder, in this you will see few page elements. You cannot see that right now but we will see that. Here it is, and you will also see one page, one file, CSS file. Okay, so you'll see all these different files, folders and files. So first of all open the media file, and in this you have these different images. Let me do one thing, let me just select everything, click on open. So let's upload all the images at once so that we don't have to upload it again and again. This will save us some time. Alright guys, so once all your images are uploaded, first of all let's see what this image is. So let's select this image. So it is over here, select this image, click on insert media. Now you can see this image is now present in the right hand side. Okay, now click on update. Now let's do some changes in the row. So what is this row? Row is basically the entire thing that you're selecting. For example, if you want to change the background color for this section, row is basically the section. If you want to do some changes in the entire section, you can do that. If you want to add some padding or some gap at top and bottom, if you want to give it a particular minimum height for this row, all these things can be done from here. So if you want to select that row, you will see this option at the top, edit heading, this blue thing, this 6 dot icon in the middle, blue edit section, click on that. Now some of you might not see this thing. Okay, for many times I have seen that for the first section people cannot see that thing. So what you can do is from the bottom left you can click on navigator. Now when you click on navigator you will see the layout. For example, in this layout we have section, in that section we have a column, in that column we have heading button, which is this one, and in another column we have the image. Now here you have to click on this section which is at the top. When you click on section you will get all the settings related to section at the left hand side. So if you don't see this blue button at the top, use the navigator. Now what we have to do in the row is we have to give this section a height, minimum height. So we'll see this option, height option, select minimum height. Now you can see the height is automatically increased. This is by default set to 400. Let's increase this to 550. Now as you can see, this looks much better. We have some gap at top and bottom, and I think this looks much better. Now let's give it a background. So if you go back to style, if you select the style option, you can add some color in the background, like this blue color. You can add a gradient, which is a combination of two color. You can add a video, YouTube video, Vimeo video in the background. You can also add a slideshow in the background. Now what we want to do is, we don't want this color, so we'll clear this thing. We want to add this image in the background, and this is a very weird image, I would say, because if you see this image, this is not a full image. This is a shape, and we want to position this shape. Let me just explain you. Let me just show you. So first select this background and upload this image, which will be over here. So this one, Hero BG1, this circular image. Select this, click on Insert Media. Now as you can see, that image is now present. Now we have to position and resize this image. So for that, you will see different options: position, attachment, repeat, size, and everything. So what we want to do is position. It should be bottom right. Okay, now as you can see, position is changed for this image. Now under repeat, we'll select no repeat. We don't want this image to be repeated, so we'll select no repeat. And for size, there are different options like auto, cover, contain. Okay, when you select contain, this is how it will look like, and we want to select this custom. So we want to give it a custom size, and I want to give it a size of around 64, 65. Okay, now this looks exactly like the demo website. Okay, now bring it this and click on update. Now let's do one thing. Let's add some padding at top. Okay, so for that we'll go to advanced. This is the padding option. If you just add something, for example 50, padding will be added from all sides, top, right, bottom, left. So first let's add 0 over here. So first you should always do one thing. You should delink this thing. By default this is linked. Click on this option, this will delink it, and now we want to add only at top. So top padding will be 120 pixels, because later on when we'll add this this logo and this menu, we want some extra gap at the top. So that is the reason we want this 120 pixels top padding. Now click on update.